first, experience products allow you to become a powerful leader in your market. Second, you'll start making more money. Third, you'll enjoy repeat buyers, giving you more consistent, predictable revenue. Fourth, like Josh Turner in the first video, when you start seeing up to 92% of your students actually taking action and achieving results, you'll start loving your business more and more. Now, fifth, you'll start having a real impact on the world. Hi, it's Marisa Murgatroyd, once again, founder of Live Your Message and creator of the Experience Product Masterclass. And welcome to the third video in this free training series. This is the video that you've been waiting for. We're gonna pull back the curtain on the entire Experience Product Blueprint. We'll walk you through it step by step so that you can see what the entire process looks like for yourself. And we'll talk about how to take the next step forward to creating your very own experience product. And I want to thank each and every one of you who shared your amazing comments and stories in the previous two videos. If you've missed either of them, trust me when I say that you're really going to want to go back and watch those videos before watching this one, so you can receive the maximum value of what we're going to cover today. And you'll find those videos on the right side of the screen. So before we get into the 5 steps of creating an experience product, I want to take a moment to give you the big picture, which are the results that you can expect from creating experience products in your business. Now first, experience products allow you to become a powerful leader in your market. As the vast majority of your students start seeing huge results from your products, courses, and programs, the word will quickly get out, and you'll start to be seen as the go-to expert in your field. You'll be sought out for interviews on top industry podcasts, to speak at events, to write books, to participate in major events, and much more. Second, you'll start making more money. This happens several ways. First, because you're delivering experiences and results that people are excited to pay for, you're able to charge more than others are charging. And as your successful students cite you as the source of their success, others will buy based on their recommendation alone, activating the power of 1.1 and enabling you to spend less time and money on marketing. So you'll sell more while spending less to do so. And since experience products are actually easier and less time-consuming to create, you'll have more time to create more experience products or to sell the ones that you've already created, further increasing your profits. Third, you'll enjoy repeat buyers, giving you more consistent, predictable revenue. Also, because your customers, clients, and students achieve massive success through working with you, they'll become hooked on you and your products, wanting to buy more and more from you, creating what I call the business growth trifecta of more people investing more money with you more often. And remember, the experience formula can be used in all aspects of your business, not just your products. So as you add the 10 core experiences to your services, your group or one-on-one coaching programs, consulting projects, and your marketing, all of them will grow too, resulting in more consistent, predictable revenue. Fourth, like Josh Turner in the first video, when you start seeing up to 92% of your students actually taking action and achieving results, you'll start loving your business more and more. And thanks to the results that you've helped them create, so will your students. Now fifth, you'll start having a real impact on the world. As more people get results, others will want that too. So you'll quickly move from wanting to make an impact on the world to actually having that impact. There's a huge amount of personal satisfaction that comes from knowing that you're truly improving people's lives and the opportunity to do more of that in the future. Finally, you'll be able to give back to the world. As your business starts kicking out more profits, mine's been able to grow from 0 to over $3 million in just 6 years, and the sky's the limit because I'm now implementing the experience formula across all of my products. You'll be able to give back to causes that are important to you, supporting others who also are creating positive change and impacting the world in even more ways. The legacy that I want to leave behind is to help 1 million entrepreneurs build a business that expresses who they are and creates the change that they want to see in the world. And I know that you have your own big reasons for doing what you do. Maybe it's your family, maybe it's that huge change that you want to make in the world, maybe it's being financially independent enough to do the things that you want to do without worrying about the money. And maybe it's a combination of all three. Whatever your beliefs, there's nothing more fulfilling and satisfying than being able to contribute and give back in a deeper and deeper way. Now we get to the good stuff, the 5 steps to actually creating and making great money from your experience product. And you're gonna wanna pay attention to this part to make sure that you get each part exactly right. Now there's naturally more to creating a successful experience product than just throwing in some random experiences. And the first step in the process, and this may seem obvious, is to pick the most lucrative offer that you can make at this particular time in your business. The idea that you can make the most amount of money and impact with in the easiest way possible. But before you create anything, the very first thing to do is make sure that you do in fact have an idea with huge potential. And you might start by choosing one of the 8 mega niches and then niche down to find your lucrative micro niche by defining as clearly as possible and in as much detail as possible who you serve with your product and either the specific problems you help them with or the specific desire that you help them fulfill, or ideally both. Because believe it or not, if you do it right, the tighter you niche your product focus, the bigger the potential is for your product. And my student Carol Clark, she experienced this when she created a very tightly niche course called the 90-Day Profit Plan to add $96,000 to your bariatric program. And it sold incredibly well to her target audience, even at almost $8,000. I've included my 7-step profitable niche checklist in the downloadable companion resource below this video to help you validate your idea. But if you still don't have the foggiest idea of what your product should be, then be sure to check out the Experience Product Masterclass, where you'll find a simple and easy but powerful exercise called Give Them What They Want to help you figure it out fast. And once you've got your idea and niche, you'll want to choose what kind of experience product that you want to design based on your skills and talents, whether that's an online course, program, or product, a group coaching program or mastermind, a continuity program or membership site, a live event or virtual event, a software, or any of a dozen other options. This is truly the fun part. And if you're just getting started, you may want to use the one-on-one beta test format where you test your product with one-on-one coaching, consulting, or services. And it's a natural and easy way to get a business started and to bring experiences into your one-on-one work. For example, in our case, by integrating experiences into our done-for-you branding agency, it's taken our clients by surprise, and they literally can't get enough. We're booked solid with 7, 8, and 9-figure clients, regularly investing $50,000 to $100,000 or more to work with us because we give them what nobody else can. Now, the next step is to nail your offer. In other words, how can you make your product irresistible so the largest amount of people say yes? The more you can dial in your offer before you do any marketing, the less work you have to do later on to sell people, because your product itself will be super compelling. The first element of a great offer is a great name, something that conveys the right combination of information, trust, authority, credibility, and even excitement. We've now named or renamed more than 100 companies and products for ourselves and our customers, and we've developed 21 naming templates for doing this. So I know from firsthand experience that names matter a lot. Next, you're going to need to create a powerful future self vision and origin story. But the real core piece of your offer is something that we talked about in video 2, which is your product mission. And one of the things that makes experience products different from traditional info products. This is where you engage the heart and the mind of your audience through a powerful one-sentence mission, telling them why what you're going to accomplish together is so important to them. When you do that, your customer will sign on to join you in that mission when they invest. And we practiced this in the second video of the series, and there were some heartfelt, motivating, and compelling one-sentence missions created right there in the comment box under the video. But it can be challenging to get your message exactly right on the first try, and I've actually had people work with me for a full month on this. So don't worry if you don't nail your mission right out of the gate. Now comes the moment that you've all been waiting for: price. How to decide on the right price for your experience product. And in the traditional info product world, there's always been a ceiling on what you can charge for your products, right? Like, it may fluctuate a little bit, but traditionally that ceiling's been around $1,000 to $2,000 max. And if you look at the pricing guidelines on Udemy, they allow you to set your price between $20 to $200, and they regularly offer sales for up to 90% off, leaving you literally with pennies on the dollar, which is even more proof of how pure information is becoming virtually worthless. But when you incorporate the 10 core experiences, people are willing and even anxious to pay more because of the experiences that you provide. We have 75 clients in our year-long group mentorship program, investing between $10,000 and $20,000 each. That's almost $1 million a year in revenue from one experience program alone. And never forget that your price is determined by the value that you're able to demonstrate you're delivering, which is transformation and results. Galen and Davina Dietrich were two students who really took this to heart. When they joined, they had two goals, and the first was to engineer and deliver an info product to other dentists, teaching them about their revolutionary business model. And the second, they wanted a new mattress. In their words, in just 10 short weeks, we got comfortable being uncomfortable and accomplished what we'd never accomplished before. They generated over $47,000 in revenue for a $7,000 product before their launch had even closed. And one of the largest dental companies in the world decided to partner with them and called them the future of dental continuing education. And yes, they got their new mattress too. Less than 9 months later, the total revenue for that one product is over $262,000. Next, you still need to give your prospects a reason to buy right now. And there are dozens of different ways that you can create legitimate scarcity or urgency with things like bonuses and experiences designed to accelerate success, connect with the community, overcome a major challenge, pick up a fast win, or the strongest motivation of them all, getting access directly to you, the expert. Finally, always offer a guarantee of some kind that takes away all of the risk, so your customers feel like they can't fail. This is known as risk reversal. Now, don't be afraid to back your program up with a big promise. Really stand behind the mission of your product in your guarantee. For example, we're very proud of our guarantee for the Experience Product Masterclass. We literally guarantee our students' success. If you do the work, yet don't make at least $2,000 by the end of the course, we'll make up the difference. You heard that right. We're legally guaranteeing that the Experience Product Masterclass will cost you essentially nothing. If that's not a compelling guarantee, I don't know what is. And just wait until the next video, where I'll be showing you how we'll frame that guarantee to make earning that $2,000 a sure thing. You're gonna love it. And as you can imagine, it takes huge confidence in the value we provide to make an offer like that. Likewise, if your program is truly valuable, then we encourage our students to make an offer that kind of scares them a little bit, and it's a great motivation to over-deliver. All right, so now that you've got this incredibly compelling, irresistible offer, now it's time to roll up your sleeves and actually create your experience product. Now, this is the part that freaks a lot of people out because they might not be sure exactly how to do this. Video, no video, how to break things down, if they need a membership site, and so on. Well, believe it or not, this is actually the easy part of the work because you already have a lot of the important strategic elements worked through in the first two stages. Now, experience products don't and shouldn't look like every other product out there. So all the training out there today teaches us to create these info products, programs, and courses the same way with the same elements. And we've got more and more people saying and doing the same things in the same way and generating less and less results for their customers. But just like there are unlimited types of experiences out there, there are also an unlimited number of ways to create an experience product. But the best method by far consists of just 4 words. It's called earn while you learn. And when you use this approach, you've got the ability to start bringing in the cash before you even begin creating your product. Now, many people are initially resistant to this approach, and they feel like they need to have everything worked out in advance before they can sell it. But the reality is that it's even better for everyone when you deliver your product to customers as you create it. In this way, you can collaborate with them during the process. And you'll know what they don't understand, what they struggle with, and what's not working for them because they'll tell you so. Plus, it gives you a chance to manage their fears and resistance along the way as it shows up, which just happens to be core experience number 5, normalizing challenges. Now do it like this and you're guaranteed to end up with the best product for them and not the product that you think is best for them. Plus, there's an added side benefit. When you present your content live, you create an incredibly engaging teaching environment. Even if you ultimately end up selling a pre-recorded version of your product later on, when you record content live to an audience, it's got a completely different feel and energy level than when you're talking to your computer alone at home. People feel it and they want it. It's infectious. And you don't have to worry about making mistakes. When your customers feel like they're part of the experience, they'll be more than happy to laugh with you at any of the inevitable mistakes and tech snafus that occur. They realize that's the price they pay for the opportunity to be able to ask questions as you go along. And you'll find that they actually prefer the flaws and the mistakes to something that's perfect. So my recommendation, create your course as you go and teach your content live, either in person or through online technologies like webinars or online meetings. Now encourage and take feedback and questions as you go along, then provide recordings of those sessions to anyone who wasn't able to attend live. Remember what I said about experience products being easier to create than information products? This is part of that. By teaching live, you'll do less work, have less stress, and have a better product as a result. Okay, so now we're going to talk about getting your first customers in the door. And that's where your marketing comes in. Now, a lot of people hear marketing and think there be dragons because they're not comfortable with selling and they don't want to come off as hypey or salesy. So I want to reassure you, not only are experience products easier to create, they're also easier to market and sell than traditional products. In fact, after the first time, experience products actually start to sell themselves because of the power of 1.1 that we talked about in video 2 of this series. Now, when you make the shift away from pushing information on people and begin to give your customers what they really want, learning and transformation through fun and engaging experiences, guess what? Your marketing gets more fun and engaging too. Plus, your results begin to speak for themselves because your customers become your biggest fans, spreading the word about your product. I'm not exaggerating. In fact, I've got a whole bookshelf in my office of the gifts my students give me. And here's a drawing that my student Emily made for me. It says, "I'm not a teacher, but an awakener." And it reminds me every single day what my overall true mission in business is, that I'm not here to have all the answers. I'm simply here to awaken my clients and students to the power within them. I'm here to turn entrepreneurs into online superheroes so they can change the world from their living room. And Emily was so transformed by our work together that she was able to break 6 figures for the first time, then ultimately bring her business across the $2 million a year mark. She was so grateful that she wanted her business friends to experience my work, so she brought 10 people to my live event and 2 of them signed up to join our premium mentorship program. And my students Jesse Krieger and Julie Lowe ended up referring over 30 students to last year's Experience Product Masterclass. Now that's the power of 1.1 in action. Now you might be asking, what the heck does this have to do with how to market my experience product? And I'm glad you asked, because I want to share with you my definition of marketing, which is creating the attitudes, beliefs, and conditions that people need to make a change in their life that they want, but haven't been able to make on their own. In other words, marketing is the first experience, the first commitment, and the first win that makes everything else possible. That's why the 6 marketing campaigns that we teach in the Experience Product Masterclass are all about creating awesome experiences that do the heavy lifting for you. And if you've ever felt resistance around marketing what you do, this process will really change your perspective. Like it did for Robin Landis, who said, "I felt such a natural rush of love and authenticity sharing this stuff that I've created. Marketing has never felt so not like marketing, definitely not like sales, and this is what it can be like, light and joyful." Okay, so here are the 6 proven experience product marketing campaigns that you can use to fill your experience product. Now, some people try to do it all with just one campaign, but I recommend that you stack them 2 or 3 deep because each one will support and improve the effectiveness of the others, making your marketing even more successful. As you start, the first campaign to run is called the Give Them What They Want campaign. This campaign is how you gather the invaluable intel for your product idea. Then, when you're ready to actually sell your product, you simply get back in touch with the people who participated to let them know you've created what they asked for. Simple, right? This is something that anyone can do, and it works incredibly well. When you ask people what they want, you're creating a feedback loop experience right up front that powerfully signals that you care about them and you're interested in understanding who they are and what they want. This campaign allows you to stop using marketing tactics that you'll learn elsewhere that can often come across as desperate or slimy. The second campaign that I recommend everybody use is the Chatterbox campaign. This is where you talk about your interests and your product everywhere that makes sense, with friends and family in casual conversation, and most importantly, anywhere your targeted customers, clients, and students gather. Of course, whenever you meet someone who qualifies as one of your target customers, your conversation with them will be much deeper. And don't worry, I'll show you exactly what to do and what to say, so they walk away thinking, that was cool, I'd like to work with him or her, or I've got to introduce him or her to my friend Susan. I've seen people build entire $50,000 to $250,000 businesses exclusively using the Chatterbox campaign. The third campaign is what I call the Start with an Experience campaign, which is all about getting people in the door and giving them an immediate taste or sample of what you do. My student Tracy Ransom started with giving away a simple gift certificate experience that resulted in doubling the ongoing income of her chiropractic practice after just 1 month. Start with an Experience campaigns are ideal for new businesses, especially brick and mortar businesses, service companies, and both group and individual coaching and consulting businesses. Our fourth essential campaign is called the Perfect Email Campaign. And this campaign is easy to execute even if you're not a copywriter or you don't email your list regularly, or even if your list is still small. What matters is how you use email number 1 to set the stage and then follow up with 3 or 4 very specific emails in a specific sequence to get people to take action. Our fifth campaign is called the Fast Result Campaign, which works for both new and established businesses in all kinds of product or service offerings, even if you don't have an email list. And the sixth campaign, which is actually very cool, is the Application Campaign, where you pre-qualify your customers, students, and clients through an application process. When you do this, you know that everybody you let into the program is ready, coachable, and willing and able to do the work. This is especially true for one-on-one coaching, consulting, or mentoring, as well as one-to-few small group programs over a longer period of time. This campaign works really well as what's called a takeaway sale, where your customers are trying to convince you why you should work with them, rather than the other way around. It creates a feeling of exclusivity while helping your prospects make a clear commitment to doing the work. All right, so there you have it, the 6 core experience marketing campaigns that will sell any experience product. And please, don't worry if this all felt a little overwhelming. Just remember 2 things. First, you don't need to know and do all of this at once. And second, none of these things require you to already have a large email list, a social media following, or even a lot of money, savvy, or skills to execute. Experience Product Masterclass students receive all 6 of the core campaigns in detail, along with the email sequences, scripts, templates, flowcharts, and documents that I personally use to create many of my experience marketing campaigns and to generate millions of dollars in sales for myself and my clients. Okay, now once you've created your product and used your experience marketing campaign to get first customers, it's time for the last step, number 5, delivering a wow experience. And this is what turns a one-time buyer into a repeat customer. For those who are in business for the right reasons, then this is the moment that you've been waiting for. This is when you finally get to work with the people who need what you have to offer. Paying customers who've proven they believe what you believe and are open, willing, and able to receive your magic. Now get this right, and it's easy to turn one-time buyers into raving fans who take action. And this step includes not just the delivery of your experience product itself, but everything that wraps around the curriculum to make it a great experience. The warm, snuggy blanket that you wrap around the product. And this could include emails, your Facebook group, coaching, and more. It's how you apply the experience formula to create a wow experience from the very first moment. The very first experience that your customer has after they purchase is called onboarding. And it's the most important moment in your entire relationship. Why? Because right at the start is when your student makes the decision to engage or not. The moment where your customer either ends up in the upward experience escalation or the downward death spiral. And careful, even the smallest negative experience at the start can kick off that downward death spiral tailspin that's almost impossible for your customer to recover from. So here are the 6 critical core experiences that you need to pull out of your bag right as they get started. First, you want to reinforce the decision to join you, reiterate the overall mission, and repaint or intensify the future self picture that you created for them in the experience marketing phase. Show them the bird's eye view of what you have in store for them so they feel confident in your plan and relax and simply focus on what you put right in front of them because they've seen the finish line and trust you to get them there step by step. Then give them 1 to 3 quick and easy but strategically powerful wins to begin that experience escalation and generate massive momentum and the feeling of progress within the first hour after they buy. In the Experience Product Masterclass, here's how we do it. We show students a short but fun video immediately after joining, and as you watch it, you're gonna know you're exactly where you're meant to be. Next, we build in a few quick, easy, and strategic wins to get those happy chemicals firing right away. And I cannot stress enough the importance of this moment. We want to start embedding that Pavlovian response ASAP. You know, where your customers start to drool with excitement a little bit just thinking about their next win? This is the beginning of getting people addicted to taking action. So choose those first wins carefully. For example, in the Experience Product Masterclass, we start right off with the Show Me the Money video, where we ask the student to set minimum, target, and stretch revenue goals for their product. Now this creates a specific, powerful, and motivating vision that instantly makes the product real in their mind, giving them a concrete target to shoot for right out of the gate. Now simply accomplishing the first task of setting these 3 clear targets is an important win, and it's a win anyone can achieve with just a little direction. And once we get students past the onboarding, it's time to increase the momentum that they're getting from the experience escalation even more by engaging the remaining core experiences in the very strategic order we talked about in the second video. We've already reinforced the mission, shown them their future self, as well as the bird's eye view, and given them the first couple of constant wins. Now it's time to complete the journey by normalizing challenges, creating a few peak emotional experiences, building in strategic feedback loops, and nurturing the community. And when we stack these experiences one on top of the other, students get to experience what unstoppable momentum really feels like, perhaps for the first time in their lives, all of which leads to bada bing, bada boom, mission accomplished. EPM student Gia Parsons describes her experience, how she was able to speed tick by tick through the exercises like discovering her biggest value, writing her story, defining her niche, and so much more 10 times faster than any previous course she's ever taken. All right, so that's the formula, the DNA behind every amazing experience product. And because we covered a lot, you may be feeling a little overwhelmed, but you might also be feeling a little excitement too, as you begin to see that there's a better way. Now, before you decide to jump right in, I want to bring up some concerns that you might have. These are the real dragons on the path to be dealt with, and I want to cover them right here. So the big thing that I hear all the time is, Marisa, I've never created a product before. And if that's you, I want to let you know that's actually terrific news, because it means that you haven't learned the wrong way to do it yet. It also means you don't have to waste 100 hours on something that won't make money or help anybody like I did. When I created my first product, I made the huge mistake that almost everybody else makes. I followed all the experts' advice and positioned myself as the guru. And as a result, I felt this huge amount of pressure to have all the answers. I felt like I needed to put everything that I knew into my product. And because of that, it took me months to create my first product. And to make matters worse, it was the wrong product. So the idea that you need to know everything is a dangerous and costly one that can stop you in your tracks. And I've seen people who've been stuck for years in the cycle of perfectionism. Now, success in business is based on taking an idea and getting it to market quickly, and experienced products help you do that. So even if you don't have a product, just know that creating experiences is a skill just like everything else. And the best way to develop a skill is not through theory, but through practice, through using that skill in context in the real world. No overthinking allowed. Experienced products are a lot simpler, easier, and faster to create than traditional information products. The only knowledge and skills that you need to make this work are passion or expertise for something shared or needed by others, and the willingness to learn and try new things. I gave the experience formula to my student, Kat Walters, who started with no website, no list, completely from scratch. And in just 8 weeks, she made $2,500 with just a few posts on Facebook. Not bad for her first try. And if you already have a product, that's perfect too. It can be so easy to breathe new life into an existing product using the experience formula, and to begin to leverage all the amazing work that you've already done. Then you simply release it to a brand new audience and help more new people than you ever thought possible by turning an old product into a brand new profit center for your business. I can't wait to see the look on your face when the value that you've always hoped to give is finally being received the way you want it to be. Now we come to the challenge of I'm not an expert in anything. If you've lived at least 20 years on this planet, the odds are overwhelming that you've solved a problem or gotten a result in your own life that other people want and are willing to pay to have solved. You've got ideas, expertise, and experiences that can be translated into an experience escalation framework that will allow your customers to get a similar desired result. And if you don't, I can guarantee you already know of some problems that need to be solved. Listen, you don't have to have a college degree, a job title, a certificate on your wall, a published book, worldwide acclaim, or even recognition by your loved ones that you're an expert in something to help other people to improve their lives. There are countless examples of people who got curious about something, did some study, put together a course, and pocketed millions as a result. The key, again, is not the information. It's not being recognized as an expert. The key is whether you can help other people to achieve a result they desire. And guess what? The experience formula is exactly what you need to do to help them achieve that result. Experience products are different from information products in that they're not about you. They're about your audience. You don't need to be an expert. You don't need to be a guru. Just use the experience formula to help others to get results. Now, the next challenge people have is, I don't know what to create. And the good news is, you don't have to. Simply look around in your area of interest. See what products are out there that you like. Do a little bit of digging to see what people like and don't like about it, and then create your own very unique and experiencified version of it. And you'll be riding the new wave of demand for experiences over information, and success is virtually guaranteed. A lot of people ask if this will work for their business or industry, and I get it. Sometimes something that sounds awesome doesn't actually apply to you. But here's the great thing about experiences. They're universal. They're hardwired into the human DNA. So if you're dealing with people in any way in your business or industry, then experience products will perform incredibly well for you. They can be used in any industry. We've helped create lucrative experience products in the fields of Reiki, publishing, all kinds of coaching and consulting, education, careers, online, local and traditional marketing, health and wellness, personal productivity, relationships, spirituality, sex, art, design, nonprofits, and much, much more, generating tens of thousands of customers and millions of dollars in sales. Another concern that you may be having is I'm not tech savvy. And guess what? I'm not a tech person either, and you don't need to be either. In fact, 8 of the 10 core experiences from the experience formula don't require any technology at all. You will need some basic tools to deliver the other 2 core experiences, which you can find in the resources section of the blueprint. And most of these tools are actually super user-friendly, which is why we've recommended them. What about if you don't have a website? Well, that's actually perfect because you don't need one because 3 of the 6 experience marketing campaigns don't require any kind of website at all. The other 3 require a total of just 4 simple web pages, which are easy and simple to get. The next concern that you might have about trying experience products is that you don't have an email list. And I have to be honest with you, I hope you have this problem. Why? Because it's the most misunderstood aspect of online marketing ever. You absolutely 100% do not need to have an email list to get started and succeed with experience products. Just a little research online is all it takes to find all the people you could ever need for your experience marketing campaigns. For example, the Give Them What They Want campaign can begin with your immediate social circle on Facebook, across any and all social media platforms, and even in everyday real life. And the final concern you might be having is that you don't have a lot of time. Whether you've got a full-time job, or your full-time job is your business, or you have a family and other responsibilities, this is something that I hear a lot. And here's the deal. It's easy to think that an experience product will take more time to create than an info product, but I've proven that the opposite is actually true. Experience products are quicker to design, create, and sell than any other kind of product because the combination of a really tightly focused mission and feedback loops focus your content on exactly what your customers need to get results. In fact, they'll shave months off the usual product creation process that most people teach. Plus, you'll have the confidence of knowing that your product will be a hit right out of the gate and that you'll never waste time creating products that your tribe doesn't want to pay for. More people will complete and get huge results and be anxious to buy your next product, which means you'll be spending less time on marketing, freeing up more of your time to spend however you choose. And let's not forget, we may be busy, but we do make choices about what's important to us and how to use our time. If you decide that investing the time to build your business so that you can enjoy the lifestyle you want and make a difference is worth it to you, then you'll find the time. Okay, so the next section of the blueprint is the resources section, which you can find in the PDF blueprint that you can download from this page. Now this has a lot of detail in it, and it has all our recommendations for tools and resources that we use and recommend. You won't need all of them right away, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing right now, but I just want you to know that you have it when you need it. And finally, we get to why here, why now? I'm so glad you've taken this journey with us over the last few videos, because I hope by now that I've done a good enough job of showing you why I'm so excited about experience products, because they really do get results, like they have for so many of my students, and why they can for you too. Put simply, experience products are the absolute best way to get your customers hooked on you and your products, and to become your loyal fans for life. I think by now, you'll agree that experience products are the future. And when you use the experience formula to design, market, and deliver your products, you're gonna see faster, easier product creation with higher prices, more effective marketing, increased impact and engagement, and ultimately you'll see happier customers who buy from you over and over again and put the power of 1.1 to work on your behalf. And then, to top it all off, you get to have a lot more fun in your business while you're at it. So if you're wondering what's next, it's a great question. So just click the button below to join us. And I have to tell you, I am overwhelmed and delighted by the response to these videos. I love when people share how important it is to them, that they feel good about their business and their products. And so many of you have honored me by sharing the ultimate vision that you've got for your business, the missions behind your products, and the kind of impact that you're driven to make. And that's what this is all about. If you're ready for more and you're not just messing around, but you're really ready to achieve the kind of freedom and inspiration and to make the greatest impact that you can make while also taking your business and products to the next level, Join me on the webinar by clicking below. Plus, if you're already convinced this is for you, you won't have to wait much longer. I'll be opening up the Experience Product Masterclass very soon, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. Now, just so you know, registration for the Experience Product Masterclass will be only available for a very limited time, and I expect it to fill up really fast with great people. Then, once it's closed, so that we can really kick off and get you started on the course pre-work, assign you your very own personal experience product coach, so I and my team can guide you through each baby step of the process. I promise that we'll be giving you feedback every step of the way, right when you need it. So you can feel fully supported in your progress and be 100% confident that you've chosen the right product, you've nailed your offer, you've marketed it the right way, and you'll be giving your students, clients, and customers the perfect wow product experience. So just a heads up, stay tuned for the next video where I'll be sharing all the details about our Experience Product Masterclass, exactly who it's for and who it's not for, and what you need to do to join us. Plus, I'll be showing you how I'll guarantee that you'll get the Experience Product Masterclass for free. So be sure to watch your inbox for that video. In the meantime, take a second and register for our upcoming live virtual workshop. Choose whichever day and time is most convenient for you, and make sure you pick the one that you can attend live. And don't forget, I'm going to stay after at the end of each webinar as long as it takes to answer all of your questions on how to implement all of this in your business starting right away. That's a great incentive to show up live. If you've got a question, you can be guaranteed to get it answered because I'm blocking out as much time on my schedule as it takes to get every question answered. So bring them on. Thanks so much for watching this and sharing it with your friends. That means a lot to me. Could you also do me one more favor and leave an amazing comment below? I would love to hear what you're taking away from this video and why you're excited to start giving your people experiences instead of information. So let's hear it, leave a comment, and as usual, I and my team will read every single one. Go ahead and ask any questions you have, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.